Hey guys, welcome to another episode about ESP programming. Today's episode is going to be really short. I just want to show you how to take better control over time with your ESP sketches. And for that I just want to use my void setup to initialize serial monitor first, because that is the only thing that we are going to need. And basically what you need to know here are two functions. First it's millis and another it's micros, and I want to make delay of 1000 milliseconds. I'm just going to build this code and I'm going to upload it. Okay, I'm uploading this code right now. And I'm going to reset my microcontroller. So basically when we open a serial monitor, what you are going to see, function millis, it's measuring time from a last reset in milliseconds, and function micros, it's measuring time from last reset in microseconds. So when I open my serial monitor, this is exactly what you are going to see. First number it's in milliseconds, and second number it's in microseconds. And how actually you could use something like this? Let me show you. I'm going to create two counters. Count 1, set it to 0, and counter 2, set it to 0, 2. Okay, and we are going to create two long integers, call it time 1, set it to 0, and long time 2, set it to 0, 2. Now in void loop what we are going to do, first I'm going to check if time in milliseconds from last reset minus it's greater than time 1. What I want to do, I want to set time 1 to present time in milliseconds, and I want to add 1 to counter 1, or we name it count 1. Okay, like this. I'm going to copy this loop, and we are going to do something similar with second variable, but now we are going to do in micros. Okay, but now we are dealing with millions, so I'm going to say something like this, and we are going to deal with another time variable, and we are going to do exact the same, just now with microseconds, like this. And we are going to do with another counter, +1, it's totally fine. So what I want to do now, I want to print result from counter 1 and counter 2. Alright, and let's make some smaller delay, let's say 50 milliseconds. Okay, so what is this code about? As you can see from this last line, this void loop, it's repeated on every 50 milliseconds. And initial values for our variables, both for counter variables and for time variables, it's 0. And what is happening in first iteration for a time 1 variable? We are checking present time in milliseconds, and when you subtract 1500 from it, if that number is greater than 0, then this code from inside our first if loop is going to be executed. But when is that going to happen? Right after 1.5 seconds after our controller has started. But next time, time 1 is not going to be 0 anymore. It's going to take a value from a millis function. So next time this difference is greater than 1500, this code is going to be executed once more. And of course on every execution we are going to add 1 to variable count 1. And with functional micros, it's exact the same. Just in this case, we are dealing with millions. So 2 millions are actually 2 seconds. So in this way, on every 2 seconds, we are going to execute this piece of code. And another thing, I just realized that if I execute this piece of code, our result is going to be printed on every 50 milliseconds. And I want to change that part. I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to print counter 1, but only after we have any change in it. And in order to make this code look pretty, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to copy this piece of code, just use print, and let's say first counter. All right, I'm going to copy that, call it second counter, and now I'm going to move this piece of code in second if loop. Okay, now I'm going to build this code. I'm going to upload it right now. All right, so what we are going to see as result, first counter it's updated on every second and a half, and second counter it's updated on every 2 seconds. Okay, opening my serial monitor. Okay, so we have first counter 39 and second counter it's okay 50, and it's going. All right. So guys, I hope that you have learned something interesting. So please like, subscribe, and see you next episode.